Hello and welcome to 502 Ethics, Social Justice, Diversity, and Health Equity. My name is Jill Parsons and I will be your course professor. I wanted to take just a little bit of your time to provide you an introduction to the course as well as to Brightspace. I understand that for most of you, this is your first course here at McKendree University. So when you're on the home page, if you click on the Start Here orientation box, there are a couple of important documents here. One of those being the syllabus. So let's pull up the syllabus. Please do take some time to review the course description as well as the aggregate outcomes. Now, the aggregate outcomes are the program outcomes, whereas the student learning outcomes are the outcomes relative to this course. Please do take some time to review the student expectations, as well as the McKendree University mission statement, the academic honesty policy, and the ADA policy. With regards to the evaluation methods, there are two primary assignments in this course. One is an interview, and this is worth 30 points. And then the second assignment in the course is a presentation that builds off of your interview. And the presentation is worth 40 points. Discussion questions, discussion board posts are worth the maximum of 30 points. And so there are a total of 100 points in the course. Please take some time to review the grading scale. And we will take a look at the required textbooks for the course. So I'm going to move back to the Start Here box. And let me pull up the textbooks for you. There are 3 required textbooks for the course. The first, of course, is the APA manual. Now, this is a manual that I would recommend that you purchase as opposed to renting because you will use it across the program. The second is the Healthcare Ethics textbook by Morrison and Furlong. And the third is the Health Justice textbook by Tobin Tyler. Now, those textbooks are available in our bookstore, or you may purchase them on Amazon or through another service. Let's take a look at the course calendar. So when we look at the course calendar, you will see that the course itself is broken down into modules. And most modules are 1 week, although we do have 1 or 2 modules that run over 2 weeks. But this first module runs from August 22nd to August 28th. With each module, you'll see the topic for discussion. And so that first week is Ethical Foundations. Within the calendar, you'll also see the required readings as well as any assignments that are due. So for that first week, the required readings include Morrison and Furlong, chapters 1 and 2. And I will post a discussion prompt, and you should respond to that discussion prompt by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. and provide 2 substantive comments to your peers by Sunday. Now, most typically, our discussion threads, our modules per se, will run from Monday at 12:01 a.m. through Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And so you'll see that first week we're ending on August 28th, which is a Sunday, and so we're ending at 11:59 p.m. And then Module 2, of course, then begins on August 29th, which is a Monday, at 12:01 a.m. and ends on September 4th. Again, we have the assignments listed there, including a discussion prompt, as well as the required readings. As we move forward, when we look at Module 3, while there are required readings for Module 3, we will take those readings and look at those in the next weeks because I wanted to give you this week to work on your assignment. So there is no discussion thread for week 3 or module 3. But do see that your interview is due September 11th at 11:59 p.m. When we move into module 4, again, we're beginning on a Monday at 12:01 a.m. and we're ending on a Sunday at 11:59 p.m. There will be a discussion prompt this week. The required readings are listed there. When we move into Module 5, you'll find that Module 5 is 2 weeks in length. That first week, we will have a discussion thread, and so you'll respond to that discussion prompt by Thursday, and then provide 2 substantive comments to your peers by Sunday. But that second week, there is no discussion thread for you to partake in. Instead, I want you to work that second week on your presentation, which is due in the next module. Okay? When we move into Module 6 is also 2 weeks in length, and you'll find that there is no discussion that first week, again, because I'm asking that you take this time to work on your presentation, but there will be a thread that second week. Note that classes do end on October 13th at 5 p.m., so our discussion thread for that second week, our last week, is abbreviated. So please do reach out to me if you have any questions about the course calendar. I'm going to move back to the course home tab. You'll find on Brightspace that there is also a box titled Class Activities and Assignments. We can click on that box. Within this box, you'll find the rubric for the discussion thread. So please do take some time to review the rubric. You'll also find details relative to each assignment, as well as rubrics associated with each assignment. Now we will take time later on to discuss these assignments in more detail. So you can look forward to those videos a little later on. But we will look at these certainly more in depth, these assignments, later on. When we move back to the course home tab, please note that there is a box titled APA Resources. When you click on this box, you'll find a link to the APA Style Manual. You'll find a sample APA paper, as well as a PowerPoint APA Tips for Success. I do understand that for many of you, it may have been some time since you have utilized APA. Please note that there will be some leniency that first couple of weeks. I do want to see APA within the discussion thread, but of course there will be leniency those first couple weeks. There is also a box titled Home and Library. If you click on this box, you'll find a direct link to the databases here at McKendree University, so you can search for relevant articles. You'll also find 2 tutorials within this box as well. If you click on the Writing Center box, you will find a link to the Writing Center. I do encourage you to submit your papers to the Writing Center. This service is available to online students, and you would simply take a look at the schedule, find out when an online reviewer is available, set up an appointment with them, and send them your paper, and then you could meet virtually via Zoom to discuss your paper. They will not make every correction in your paper, but they'll point out common errors or that they're noting. Okay. There's also a box titled McKendree University Essential Resources. With regards to your assignments, if you click on the assignment box, this is where you would submit both of your assignments. Remember, there are 2 primary assignments for the course, one being the presentation, and the first being the interview. That we'll discuss in more detail later on, and the second being the presentation, which builds off of the interview. So you will submit those right there. With each module that you were able to see listed on the calendar, you will find a box relative to each module where you will find learning resources. Most typically, the required readings would again be listed here, as well as the student learning outcomes relative to the content within that module. Most typically, I will post an overview at the beginning of the week, although at times I do wait to post an overview and I wait till the end of the week to provide a recap, just because I want to see where the discussion, the content leads us. Okay, but you should find either an overview at the beginning of the week or a recap from the end of the week. I do encourage you to post other resources that you find related to the content for that week for your peers to take advantage of as well. So there will be a box, again, with learning resources relative to each module, and you can see that here. Would simply click on Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. With regards to the discussion thread, if you come up to the top bar and you click on Communication, followed by Discussion, this is where you'll find the discussion thread. And so here is the discussion thread for that first module. To post a reply, you'll simply click here. Oh, my apologies. We're going to go ahead and click here. Okay. I apologize. I'm not in the student view. I am in I am not in the student view. I'm in the instructor view. And so you can go ahead and click Start New Thread. Okay. In the student view, there should be a reply button. I'm fairly certain about, but you may also just go ahead and click Start New Thread. All right, so let's go back to the course home. Now that is a brief overview of the course as well as a Brightspace and the resources that are available to you. I do encourage you to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. And again, we will talk about those assignments that are in the course in more detail as we move forward. And you can expect to see other videos related to them. Again, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I look forward to meeting with you. Thank you.